God would have created you as a goat or as a fowl.
Thankful to
I
God.
should be thanking God for meeting you.
Yes.
God already programmed it. That's how God has done it. This thing is all about God's plan for man. It's not partial.
Some people are not destined to have money.
God is not.
I feel everybody is entitled to have money.
Everybody is entitled to have money. What about those in the Bible that do not have money? Everybody has their wristwatch. So once your time reach, you go.
Step into the light where wisdom takes the stage. Join the journey, let your spirit grow. There's so much to know.
Hi guys, welcome to our channel once again. So today is another video and we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic. A continuation of our previous video. So I'll be leaving him to actually discuss about it. So the topic of our discussion is that, do we need to testify about
miracle?
Everything?
I think there's something we call miracle and there's something we call lucky. Miracle and being lucky, I don't think they have I don't think there's any correlation between these two topics, because over there in abroad what they use is lucky, and here in Africa we mostly use miracle because there's a lot of things we can't explain as human beings. So in our last episode we said we are going to talk about miracle, because must we testify. So when we went to church that day, we find out that a lot of people were queuing up to testify. And even to the point, there was one woman that came. That woman did not have anything to testify. She said she climbed up, she came down, and that was it. And then what did that woman say? There was something that woman said. She doesn't have any testimony. She just came out because other people are coming out.
No, it's not about other people are coming out. But babe, I just want you to understand that you sleeping and waking up every day is a miracle, and it's worth testifying about.
It's a general miracle.
It's a general miracle.
Yes.
Do you know that some people sleep and then they didn't wake up?
How many people in the world?
Which one is how many people?
If there are 1 billion people in the world, 900 million people sleep and wake up. If 1 million people die, is that a miracle?
Babe, it's a miracle. No, I mean you sleeping and waking up, you breathing each and every day.
Is it that you don't believe you are going to sleep and wake up, or you believe that if you sleep you will go? But I want to understand where this thing is coming from. Because, see, sleeping and waking up is part of human nature. Sleeping and waking up is part of human nature. So if you die in the process, I don't see that as a miracle. I don't see that as an incitement. I'm not saying dying. If you wake up, if people wake up as I don't see that as, because it's something that is a human nature. Is what is the gift that we have as human.
Are we entitled to that gift?
Of course, that is why we are alive, and that's why we are talking. So whenever your own gift.
But do you know that if God can decide, okay, he's going to take away oxygen from the earth,
God do it, everybody go. How can you, in the world where we have billions of people, you are testifying that you are alive?
Why won't you testify that you are alive? Because many people are dying on a daily basis.
Why are you afraid that you are going to die? That's another question. Why are you afraid? Say you want to go to heaven. So why are you afraid of dying?
Because you still have things to achieve in life.
You still have to. What if that is not the purpose for God for you? What if the purpose that God has for you is for the person to go and come back quick? Because this world is like a journey. We are all on a journey, understand? Everybody have their own luggages. So God have the particular time that He has given us to return back. So if you say you want to gather all the things inside the market, buy everything inside the market before God will now, I don't know, that means you're not working with God time. So if God say this minute you are coming back, you are going back. So I don't see a reason why you should be testifying that you spend extra minutes, which is not even what God wants. For God wanted you to spend, and if you spend the extra minutes, that's what God wants you to spend. You understand? So I don't see any reason why you will say you being alive is a testimony when you have 1.something billion people in the world. And our human nature is we have this tendency of being human nature. That's part of our being alive is part of our human nature. So
okay.
I don't see a reason why it should be a miracle for some people.
Okay, we all have different perspectives as regards this, and I will say that it's because of, will I say, culture or tradition and the fear that is being inculcated in people. It's that fear. Death, everybody's afraid of death and all that.
But it has been there since day one. It's a psychological programming.
But everybody wants to live long.
Everybody wants to live long because of the things to enjoy. Because they want to eat pizza, you want to eat chicken, you want to do this, you want to travel out, go to Dubai, go to Qatar, go to US. That is why you want to live long. But if that is not the God plan for you, my dear, you are going back. There's nothing.
I agree. I agree.
So it's not, like I said, I told you, it's not everything you should testify about. It's not everything.
Okay.
If, like example, you're involved in a car accident and everybody in that car died and you are the only one that is surviving, is your, in fact, you can give testimony. You can tell God, thank you, I'm alive. And don't have it, don't feel that you not dying, you are better than those people. Just have it in mind that your time has not come. And when your time comes, you go. It may be a small accident, it may not even be as tragic as that other one. It may just be like a knife cut, and the person will go. So it doesn't matter. The only thing is that is your time. Everybody has their wristwatch. So once your time reach, you go. Whether by sleep or whether by drinking water, even water says somebody can drink water and the person will go. Somebody can wake up in the morning and say, let me sleep again in the next 1 minute, and the person will go. So it's about the timing, and that shouldn't be your testimony. I don't know why you guys are overemphasizing this miracle of a thing, because miracle is not something that we should overemphasize. What we just have to do as human beings is that we should have it in mind that we are all buying market in this world, and when we are done buying, we all go. Whether you buy, whether your boss is filled up or empty, you will all go. You live in what you have bought. So there's nothing like there's no miracle in that kind of. And most of the things that they did in that church that day was all miracle, dead, because people are afraid, and that's what this most of this is it, would I call them all these pedestrian pastors or whatever they are? They are using to manipulate. I don't want to use all the because it's not all the Pentecostal pastors. They are using to manipulate people to come to their churches. They use it to put fear, because when they put that fear in you, when they succeed in putting that fear in you, you come. And that's why I'm happy when I see some man of God. Some of these men of God today, they are no longer preaching about death. What they preach about, how people can actually live life, enjoy life, and succeed, and live a comfortable life. Because at the end of the day, all of us are going. Whether you're a man of God or you are a preacher, you are a this one, everybody is going. So that is how God has made it to be. And you going today, you going tomorrow doesn't mean that God is not aware. God is aware. It's just about timing. What about the children that they give birth? Those babies that used to die when they just finished giving birth. Those ones, did they commit anything? No. It's not about timing. God has time for everything. So once your time comes, you go. No matter where you are, no matter who you are, no matter where. The only thing we do as human beings is that we try as much as possible. Think that we can cheat God. We think we can do this one. We can outsmart God. It's not possible as human beings. What about the president of America, Donald Trump, when he was giving speech that during his election, when they fired bullets, the bullet cut part of his ear. You know that thing, assuming say it's God time, he would have gone. But because God you have a reason why he allowed that bullet to hit part of his ear and kill. That bullet kill somebody else. So that is how God wants it. Imagine American president have all the security in this world, and that kind of a thing happened to him. So all these ones that are carrying body, all these pastors that are carrying bodyguard up and down, they're just wasting their time. One God just press a button, bam, you are going. If you like carry 30 bodyguard, carry all the whole anointing and anoint your face, put everywhere, you will go. No, it's not a miracle.
All right, guys.
Yeah, not a miracle. Whoever God has destined to have money, that person will have money.
So are you saying that God? So indirectly, you're saying God is partial. Like some people are destined to.
God is not partial.
Some people are not destined to have money.
God is not.
I feel everybody is entitled to have money.
Everybody is entitled.
If you understand the principle.
Oh God! If everybody is entitled to have money,
there are principles to wealth.
What about those in the Bible that do not have money? Those beggars in the Bible that do not have money. See, this thing is all about God's plan for man. Nobody knows God's plan for man. There are some people that work so hard on this earth and still live with nothing. In fact, yes, you live. All of us are going to live with it. Whether you work, whether you have or you not, you are going to live with nothing. But there are some people that work so hard in this earth, they will not achieve anything. Whatever that they put their hand, nothing. In fact, there are some people that they will give birth today. They will go today. There are some people that God will give maybe 2 years, they will go. 3 years, 4 years, they will go. So having money is not a miracle. Your health is not a miracle. It's something that God has given us, and He has time for it.
Okay, He has time for it. But that does not mean you should not be thankful and grateful to God all the same. Even though, yes, you feel, that's the way God wants it. But does that mean that you should not be grateful to Him? Because you share the miracle. No, you share your testimony. So now I think we have been emphasizing on miracle. Now, you speaking about it is a testimony. You talking about it is for you to give glory to God so that other people too can learn from it. And also thank God on your behalf.
Okay.
So just a means of thanking God, not a means of any personal gain or anything.
What we human beings should be doing is whenever, in fact, we should be thanking God for creating us first.
I agree.
Because you remember that God created goats.
Yes.
He created cow. He created dog. You should thank God that God created you as a human being. Mm-hmm. Because God would have created you as a goat or as a fowl. Or even as a you see, sometimes when you kill all these animals, you will see they have life in them.
True.
They have life in them. when you are cutting that chicken neck, you see the chicken will be struggling, will trying to survive, and then you kill it. They have life in them. So what you should be thanking God for is for making you to be a human being.
Okay.
That have power over these other creatures.
Creatures, yeah, true.
That is what you should be thanking God for. So if you leave that one to be thank, I don't know why you should be thanking God. Like I said, I told you,
You need to thank God for everything.
thank God for making you a human being.
You
First of
meeting
all,
me, you need to be thankful to
I
God
should be
for.
thanking God for meeting you.
Yes.
God has already programmed it. That's how God has done it. Assuming say God doesn't want me to meet you, would have done it in such a way that they would have carried me to another continent. I would have come from South America, for example. I won't meet, as long as God have. Okay, what about people that will be those some of our Nigerian people that are married from South America, Kenya, Asia? All those people, that's what God have destined. You see a girl now will be in Nigeria. All through her life she has been in Nigeria. One day one white man will come from Germany and come to Nigeria and go to the village and buy something from that little girl. From there he fell in love and married again. It's something that God have destined.
Okay.
You understand? So anything that's happening in this world is already programmed. And what we should be thanking God for is for making us to be a human being.
And making us alive.
Making you alive. He has the time to take you.
I understand that.
So
but that
we should be thanking him every day for making us to be a human being. And if you are living one day, you thank God. It's good to glorify God though. But what I'm trying to let you know is that you don't have power over your life. And you shouldn't be testifying that you are alive. You shouldn't use that as a virtue or as a key
Yes.
to bring people or to tell people that or put fear in people. No. Everybody have. If you go to do you know that if you go to the general hospital now,
yeah,
you will see a lot of people that are sick on the bed. And then you will see, in fact, you will see big families that maybe their loved one is sick, they are crying, they are praying or begging God to give, sustain the person. And then when you come outside, you now see one poor family or all these beggars on the road. They are healthy, but they are poor.
But I'll say that's the waste of
They are healthy and they are poor. Everything about their body is working. And maybe that your loved one in the hospital is looking for maybe once more, maybe just to breathe. Some of them are not just to breathe, but some of what these poor people are seeing outside, they are healthy, but their own is to how to eat. So see, there are things that are beyond human, and we as human, what we should be grateful is we should be praying, we should be thanking God every day that God, thank you for making me to be a human being and for making me to see today. Like I told you before now that if you are in a car, everybody die, and you are the only one that survive. Yeah, you should know that your time has not come now. Because if your time has come, you would have gone.
I agree with you.
That is it. You know that your time has not come. If you want to thank God, you thank God. But that does not mean that you are better than those people that died.
I agree.
Yes, you are not better than them. Because like those ones, their time has come. Your own time has not come. You are about to enter a plane, and that plane, maybe something happened along the line, your gate man or your herself made you angry or did not wake you up on time, you missed the flight, and unluckily for them, the flight crash and all that. You come and start saying, thank God, your time has not come. If your time has come, you would have entered that flight. So that is it.
Oh God. All right, guys, I hope you learned one or two things from this video. I will also want to know your thoughts in the comment section. Kindly drop a comment for us. Are you enjoying our conversation? Do you want us to actually continue having conversations like this?
We need to.
All right, thank you so much for watching. Do subscribe to the channel, like this video, share with somebody. As we do always say, keep trusting, keep believing.
God will always come through for you.
All right, thank you, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye for now.